Hey there, this is Workbench with Workbench Quagmire, back with day 40 of Build an Email Simulator, back with day 40 of our Python Free Code Camp Python certification in 100-ish days, day 40. Today we're going to work on the Build an Email Simulator, and my hope is we can make it through about halfway, and this will be a 2-day project here, and then we can do the review, but we'll see how it goes. I don't want to have like an hour-long video here, so let's just jump right in, see what this is all about. All right, in this workshop, you're going to build an email simulator that simulates sending, receiving, and managing emails between different users. You'll learn about classes, objects, and how to organize code in an object-oriented way. Begin by creating a class named email using the class keyword. There you go. Step 2. Your email class needs to store information about each email when it's created. Inside your email class, remove the existing pass keyword and create an init method, and that takes self, sender, receiver, subject, and body as the parameters. Step 3, inside the init method, you'll need to assign the parameter values to the object's attributes so each email can store its information. So inside your init, remove the pass and assign parameters to self-sender, self-receiver, self-subject, and self-body. Step 4, now let's test the email class by creating an email object and checking that it stores information correctly. You'll print a couple of attributes to verify everything's working. So email object equals email, and then every time I hear hi Bob, I will never not think about For All Mankind, the first season. I believe the episode's even called Hi Bob. Okay, now we print email object dot sender and subject. There you go. Step 5. Email should track whether they've been read or not. Add a read attribute to the init method and set it to false by default since the new email is unread. So well, self email, self read. How about that? Now let's test that the read attribute was added correctly to your email. Since you already have an email object from the previous step, print the read attribute and it should be false. Yep. All right. Step 7, now you've added a method to mark an email as read. When someone opens the email, you want to change its status from read to unread. This method will be simple. It just needs to set the read attribute to the read attribute to true. Add a method called mark as read. Define mark as read and should only take self and self dot read equals true. Return self. There we go. Now test the mark as read method created in the email class. Use a method on the existing email object to change the sub status. After marking the email as read, print the read attribute of email object to confirm change. So I'm just going to assume we need to do this again, and then we'll go in here and email object dot mark as read. Yep, we can see there false and then true. Remove the email object and the following print lines, statements. Okay, step 10. Now that you have an initial setup of the email class, it's time to create users who can send and receive emails. Each user will have a name and will be able to perform email operations. Create a user class with an init method that takes self and name as parameters, and within the class, assign the name parameter to self name. So class user define init self and name and self dot name equals name. There we go. The user class needs a method to send emails to other users. When sending an email, you'll need to create a new email object and add it to the receiver's inbox. Create a method called sendEmail in your users class. This method should take a parameter for receiver, subject, and body. And then inside the method, create a new email object with the following parameter values and assign it to the variable named email. So email equals email. Sender self receiver subject and body. Should have the parameter self. Oh, I'll have self off here. There we go. Now a user can send emails. They need a way to store emails they receive. Each user should have an inbox to collect their emails. Add inbox attribute to the user class init method and initialize it as an empty list. This will store all of our emails. So self.inbox equals empty list. Step 13. While users can send emails and have inboxes, we need a dedicated class to manage inbox operations efficiently. The inbox class will store a list of emails and provide methods to add new emails. List all emails and manage them. Create a new class called inbox with an empty init method that initializes empty list called emails. With an init method that there we go. And two problems. Now it's time to connect the user and inbox classes so that emails can actually be delivered. Users need to have proper inbox objects instead of simple lists. And the send email method should deliver emails to the receiver's inbox. Update the user class init in a way that each user gets an actual inbox object instead of an empty list. So self.inbox equals inbox. Does that work? Nope. No. Self inbox. Oh, missed my parentheses. There we go. Your inbox needs a way to receive new emails. When someone sends an email to a user, it should be added to their inbox. Add a method called receive email to your inbox class that takes self and an email object, email, as parameters within the method body. Add the email to emails list using the append method. So define receive email and an email object. And then we're going to emails self dot emails dot append email return self. There we go. Still within the send email method, call the receive email method of the receiver's inbox to add emails to the receiver's inbox. Email equals within the send email method, call the receive email method email of the receiver's inbox. So receiver receive.inbox receive email. Receiver.inbox dot receive email. And this is email. Thanks for giving me the answer there. There we go. Step 17. Now it's time to test our complete email system. Let's create some users and see email functionality in action. Create two user objects, Alice with name Alice and Bob with name Bob. Hi, Alice. Hi, Bob. I'm pretty sure this is from that same, it's from a Bob Newhart episode. Yeah. So Alice equals user Alice. And Bob equals user Bob. Have Alice send an email to Bob to see if the email delivery works correctly. Use Alice's send email method to send Bob an email with the subject hello and the body hi Bob, how are you? How hose are you? There we go. Step 19. Now let's verify that the email was delivered successfully by printing the length of Bob's inbox. So linked, right, linked Bob dot inbox. I don't know if that's going to work. User.inbox. Okay. Bob inbox emails. Okay. One. Now that the email has been received, remove object creation, method calls, and print statements. So this stuff here. I don't like how they do that. Make it a step. User needs a way to read their email properly. Add a display full email method to email class that takes only self as the parameter, and inside the method calls mark as read method to mark the email as read. When someone views it, this method would be used to display email's full contents in a nicely formatted way. So, add display full email. Method takes self, seldom, as a parameter. Inside the method, call mark. Is it self dot mark as read. There we go. Now let's add a header to the email display. In the display full email method, after calling mark as read, print new line email header. There you go. Now let's display the sender and receiver information to show who sent and received the email. Add 2 print statements to the display full email method, where sender is replaced and to receiver. So it's going to be an F string. Self.sender. Oh, you should use F string to print sender's email using from sender name. Oh, dot name. Probably the same here. Self receiver name. Oh, from to. There we go. Okay. Now add the subject line to the email display. So subject line, that subject. Oh, forgot my curly brackets for braces. Now add the email body to complete the main content, where body is body. And our last step for this one today is going to be 26 because we're just a little over halfway done, and we're sitting at a good time here. So finally add a footer to complete the email display format to close off the email display nicely. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, 2 print statements in there. Wow. There we go. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for the second half of this in day 41 of our FreeCodeCamp Python certification in 100-ish days. See you then.